Brooklyn, episode 5. I'm Brooklyn's own Toddy D, and with me, as always, is my brother from another mother, DieHard Derek. My man, it's been only a few days. What's been going on? What's shaking? What's going down, brother?
You know, I almost missed the show, man. It was a little fucked up. I was running short on time, and then when my laptop Windows wanted to do some updates, I'm like, nah, it's not a good time to do these fucking updates. But I almost missed the show because I'm over at the dog training classes. Believe that?
Dog training classes.
Dog
you almost
training.
left me high and dry for a bunch of pooches. I got to hear this, man. Go ahead.
Dude,
Take me
Petco,
through this.
my little guy, 7-month-old Kylo. He's I found out from the X-rays that he's a pit terrier mix. He had
Right.
eaten all that shit. He had the little stitches done. But now, we're trying to teach him because he's a little crazy. He's got wild ADHD, and he just bounces off the walls. Can't stand still for anything. So I'm like, all right, look, if I take him to a professional, because I don't speak dog, if I take him to a professional, the professional can teach him all the shit and then send him home. Like, I'll pay you to tell him what to do and send him home a good boy. So Lori goes, I'm getting ready for the podcast. And she's telling me this yesterday, leading into today. I'm starting to get ready. And she goes, hey, don't forget what I told you last night. I'm like, what'd you tell me last night? She goes, I need you to come to the to the dog thing, the dog training with me today. I'm like, come to the dog training? Why am I going to the dog training? And
Emotional support.
Right, for moral support. That's what the lady says. But the lady figured that I had to go there to learn what she was doing directly because it's not like the dog could relay it back to me. So I had to go there and fucking they like, it's good if you sit in a session because he sees you there and then you could practice the commands with him. I'm like, oh, man. So I go to this session. We go to the Petco. It's an hour long, man, every week for an hour to train the dog. And I'm sitting there and the lady's looking at me. And she's giving me instructions. She's like, you hold your hand out like this, and you put a treat out, and you wiggle it, and then you move his nose, and you do this, you do that, and you say sit. I'm like, lady, why are you talking to me? I'm not taking the fucking class. The dog is.
I'm not the dog.
Yeah, talk to the fucking dog. You talk to the wrong person. I pay you to talk to him. You fix him and send him back to me. That's how this fucking transaction works.
I got to ask you, at what point when she's saying this shit to you, did you say to yourself, what point in my life did I get to? How did I get to this part of my life that I'm in a fucking dog training class? What the hell happened here? And I have to do the treats and the tricks?
This is my shit. Man? She's giving me eye contact. I'm like, lady, I know how to sit. I do all the fucking tricks. Talk to him. This is the guy that needs the help. Not me. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm missing the podcast because of you. So that's what happened, man.
I thought I had it bad today because I thought I was going to be late for the podcast because I received an email for Atlantic City and my wife and I have been itching to go.
Okay.
And it said that they have stuff open the 15th and on. So she's off this week, the 15th and the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what? It's only 7 o'clock. Let me call. I have 2 hours. I got plenty of time. I call up. The whole time is 20 minutes. Okay. I hold 20 minutes. The whole time, I'm shaving. I'm getting ready to shower. I'm doing everything here. And still 35 minutes, they're not picking up. So finally, once it gets through, you hear the phone ring. So I'm like, okay, I'm next. So you hear brrring, brrring, and all of a sudden my phone, and it just fucking hangs up. I'm like, are you fucking serious? I call back. I know the option by heart, 3 for the reservation. Anytime it said, whether it's a 10-minute hold period, 20-minute hold period, as soon as the phone rang, the phone would hang up with that, and it kept on hanging up. Bro, I almost fucking chucked my phone. I got so pissed off. And then I figured, let me try one more time. It was like 10 after 8. We're sorry. We're closed. Reservations close at 8 p.m. Like, son of a bitch. So I looked at her. I said, forget it. I said, I'll try again tomorrow, man. But every time the phone rang, when it was my turn to speak to an agent, the phone hung up.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck, man? They must be either so busy or just so stupid that they can't answer a phone, that the switchboards are lit up like Christmas trees. I could not get through. So that was my evening.
How often do you guys go out there?
Well, we try to go like once every 3 to 4 months, maybe 5 months, depending on our availability.
That's a stretch. That's a pretty big stretch.
Yeah, we stretch it out. We don't go too often.
Okay.
And when we go, there's always the budget, and we try to do a lot of things. And my wife is really cool because, like, if we go, usually we would go on a Sunday and a Monday and leave on a Tuesday. So when we used to do that, and a lot of people out there know that I'm a big wrestling fan. So me being the prick I am, I got to watch Monday Night Raw. but she was cool with that because we would go down to the buffet and eat crab legs and everything else for like 2-3 hours, just hang out there, go up to the room. I'd hang out from 8 to 11, but then we go downstairs and gamble. And in a way, it was good because those 3 hours, I'm saving a couple of bucks. You know what I mean? Because fuck that. If I'm down there gambling, bro, I'm going to spend more money than I want to. So that 3-hour break away from the casino is like a godsend.
So Vince McMahon, WWE program is like a tax write-off for you. You're like, yo, listen,
exactly,
it's a good investment. Watch Raw 3 hours.
Exactly. We're both drinking. We got
any
chips
vacation,
and beer, so we're good.
Make sure they have the USA network. Or make sure they got the whatever fucking network it is. Make sure it's there. It'll save you money.
Oh, I know it's
you
there.
recoup at least one airline ticket.
Exactly, man. So she's cool with that. So I got, I always watch my show, but when
I was just gonna say, you guys going on vacation, you're like, Steph, having a great time, but I
8 to 11, I got my window.
I gotta go see Monday Night Raw. It's gonna save us money. I'm gonna go watch wrestling. I know we're on vacation.
I'm looking out for both of us. Like this man said, hey, hey.
Dude, you are addicted to wrestling.
Yes.
Addicted. Yes.
I got to keep up with the times, man. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we'll gamble. We go out for lunch, dinner, and, walk on the boardwalk if weather permits. We do a little this, a little that. Take those jitney buses, go to the other casinos. So hopefully I'll get through tomorrow because I'm looking to go for a couple of days. I kind of got the itch. Okay. But the last time we spoke was Friday. And I told you, actually, I think it was Thursday we spoke. And I told you that Friday I was going to get the COVID shot.
Right.
So I got my first COVID shot of 2 on Friday. It was at 2:00. And let me tell you something, bro. I must have a crazy great immune system because I didn't get sick. I didn't get the sweats. I didn't get the shits, the chills, whatever the fuck
it's
people
after
get.
The second shot.
Yeah, that's what everybody's telling me. So my left shoulder where I got the injection,
it
fucking hurt like someone gave me like a fucking dead leg or a birthday punch. The shoulder hurt.
I shit in my pants.
That better not happen. All I know is that the shoulder hurt like a motherfucker, and I could not lift my arm up. But now I'm good, thank God. Now I'm all right.
Oh, you can lift it now?
Yeah, I can lift it now. I mean, bro, I'm in the shower.
I
had my hand. I'm like picking up my hand.
Yeah,
like this,
dude, you had
on
dead
my
arm. You're like, oh shit.
So I can fucking wash. Yeah.
Yo, you should have tried jerking off with it.
Well, the arm went that far, but it couldn't go further than that. So that was the problem. I couldn't wash. It was hard to like wash my body and my head. I'm picking up my elbow, trying to like catwalk my hand on my head so I can fucking do what I got to do. But no, I'm good now.
It feels
man.
like a dead arm jerking you off. Like, oh, this fucking wobbly mannequin arm. Like, oh, what the fuck are you doing?
Wake up. But the shot was Friday, and then I had to go to the doctor's on Saturday for a fucking drug test because I'm starting a new job, new position in a few weeks. So I walk in there, no appointment. It was the Saturday, the next day. So I go to the place with the paperwork. And there's an Asian guy, and I signed in on the script thing, and I'm sitting there for not even a minute. I hear, hello, Todd? I'm like, yeah, that's me. And he says, oh, you have an appointment? I'm like, no. He goes, don't worry, I take you. I said, okay. So, he gives me the cup and all the instructions. I'm like thinking to myself, yeah, guy, I know what I got to do. I know I'm not taking the cup in the bathroom to have a fucking drink of beer or some shit.
What are the steps?
Unzip her pants, take out prick, aim very carefully and make sure you don't fucking spill nothing. So, I said to him, how far am I going to fill this thing? So he shows me how far to fill it. And I'm like, well, I think I got to piss a lot more than what this cup can hold. So when I put the rest in the bowl, can I flush? No, flush and don't wash your hands. I'm like, don't wash my hands. Knock on the door and then I'll tell you from there what to do. I'm
That's
like,
how COVID started.
Exactly, right? So I fucking did. I did what I had to do, put it to the side. Gave it a tap on the door. He opens the door. He's looking around like, I don't know what he's looking for. But he goes, okay, you can flush and wash your hands. So I do that. We go back to the office and he's got to do the paperwork. So now I'm wearing a mask. And even though I have my mask on, I feel I'm speaking pretty clearly. So he asked me my number, my date of birth, all this shit. He goes, let me get a second number. I said, the cell number is good enough. He said, it's good to have the nighttime, house number. I said, okay. So I give him the number. So now I drive home. Now, this place is about a 10, 15-minute drive, and they're only open 10 to 12:30 on a Saturday. So I got there like 10 after 10. So by the time I got home, it was about 11:15. So I'm making my breakfast, having some coffee, and I'm just looking at the itinerary that he gave me. everything is correct except for my house number. Instead of a 6 in the number, he had a 7. It was off by a number. So now I try to call this fucking place and nobody answers the phones. It's like a fucking answering service, and I'm getting hot. So I call another number. I call the main directory. And the guy goes, I can't transfer you there. They have no phone. I'm like, what the fuck you mean they have no phone? It's a fucking medical facility. He says, I can't help you. So now it's 11:10, 11:20. I'm like, fuck it. Let me drive back. So now, like a maniac, I got my black pickup truck. I fucking screeched in front of the building in a no parking zone. I get out like fucking stone, and people are talking to him. I'm waiting for these people to get the hell out. This lady's like telling a life story to the guy. She finally leaves because I'm worried I'm going to get a fucking ticket. As a matter of fact, I pull up and the guy's going like this to me to get my attention. He says, oh, you can take my spot. I'm like, don't worry about it. Just mind your business. And I'm getting out of the car doing what I got to do. And when I speak to him, I tell him what happened. Oh, well, I already sent it in. I'm sorry. Nothing I can do. And I'm thinking to myself, I fucking drove all the way over here for nothing.
Yeah.
So the fucking first number they better use, because if they call that second number, someone, if they're out of if they're down on their luck, they're gonna get a job because they got the wrong fucking number.
I don't know who
this is. Hello, is this Todd? No, I could be Todd. Is this for a job?
Do you still have a landline?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I don't know the phone number though.
I don't use the fucking thing, but I have it because I had gotten the triple play with Fios when I moved here.
Yeah.
And my mother uses it, so I have to keep it.
Yeah. I mean, I thought about it too, but I'm just like, how everybody carries their phone. So if I'm looking for Todd, I'm not gonna call Todd's house. I'm gonna call Todd's phone. I know it's on him. I know I get you directly. I don't have to leave a message with somebody else that's probably not gonna take the message or just fucking forget it. So, but that phone, I don't use that phone. The house phone's there. I don't know the phone number. People ask me for it. I'm like, I have no fucking clue.
I know it, but every time it rings, I just look at the thing. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, but that fucking phone rings all day long. People trying to sell me shit. So I don't answer the phone because I'm like, nobody has that number because I never gave it to anybody because I don't know it. Who the fuck is calling so much? Dude, they are selling everything.
Everything.
You problem over there?
They called me the other day about a policy on a car that I don't even own. I said, well, you got the wrong number, bro. Is this Todd? I said, no, sorry. I just hung up the phone.
Yeah.
Because if you say that it's you, they're going to try to keep you on. I don't have time for that shit.
These are all the hackers, man.
Yeah.
They sent me a fake email saying, hey, your subscription to whatever the hell is expiring. Oh, no, you have a subscription with a Geek Squad.
Oh, I get that all the time.
And we're going to renew you for the $300. I'm like, whoa, hold on. I said, that's not, fuck that, cancel that. And then I realized, wait a minute, I don't have one with the Geek Squad. But I was already calling, and the guy was on the phone. I'm like, yeah, I got this shit in it. And I'm like, this motherfucker's trying to take over my computer. Oh, okay. So, dude, I set a meeting to talk. I said, yeah, listen, I'm not home. I'm in the office. I'll call you when I get home tonight. He was like, no, we'll call you. So I was like, oh, all right. So, dude, I called the cops and everything.
I don't blame you, man. I get that shit all the time, bro. I get Amazon. I get the Geek Squad. I'll tell you a really funny story. I've had identity fraud happen to me 3 times.
3 times?
Actually, no, 4 times.
Holy shit, you're an easy target.
4 times, bro.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm not fucking Rockefeller. I don't know what the fuck you're hacking into my
4 times?
Yeah, so
the times.
The first
time's like, oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm not going to go through all of them, but the first one's the doozy.
The other 3? You fucked up.
Well, they were bad, but thank God it got rectified right away. But this one is the best one. You're not going to believe it.
No, I'm dying to hear this. Please tell me.
I'm working in the city with our old buddy Marlon, and we're on a lunch break. So we're going to T-Mobile, and, I had a password for my account, and you have to give it to the cashier over there. So I did what I had to do. So now a day or 2 goes by, we're at work, and one of the guys I work with, he had just gotten T-Mobile, and, I don't have T-Mobile anymore. This is going back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Right. So he said to me, listen, man, I don't know how to open an account online. Can you show me how, to do? I said, yeah, no problem. So I had just paid my account, so I should have a 0 balance. Never forget this. So I open up the account. I'm like, yeah, this is where your name, your profile, blah, 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 whatever. So I said, when you look in the top right-hand corner, you'll see your balance. So mine's going to say 0. So I clicked to the page, bro. It had over $5,000 that I owed.
Shit.
Now back in the day, remember the T-Mobile, the sidekicks? You'd open the screen, and the text would be like long way, and you can do the sidekick shit. Well, it said there were over $5,000 charged in sidekicks. Now I didn't even have a sidekick.
Yeah, so I called. That's not even a smartphone.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? So I called T-Mobile, right? And I explained all this to him. I said, well, we can't help you. It's on your bill. You're going to have to pay it. I'm like, the hell I am. I said, this is bullshit. I didn't do this.
How did you spend $5,000 on a flip phone?
Exactly. So now I fucking hang up on my rate. I get home. I go into my profile. The person was so fucking stupid. They kept my name, and in the profile, they changed my address to theirs. So I printed it up. It was a house in Brooklyn. I go to the police station. I walk in all pissed off, and I tell the officer what happened. And he says, wait a minute. He says, your company won't help you, but you mean to tell me the guy who was stupid enough to steal your identity changed your profile and put his own address in there? I said, yes, sir. That's what it looks like. I said, I'll be honest with you. I wanted to go there and fuck him up myself, but I kind of not want to get arrested. So I gave him the paperwork. They went to the house. Sure enough, when the door was open, you could see all the boxes in the background. The guy was locked up on the spot. T-Mobile apologized to me. I told him to go fuck himself. And then shortly after that, we went to AT&T.
Fuck you, T-Mobile.
Exactly. I said, wait a minute, I got something here for you. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Right there. There it is. There it is. And they were like, the fucking ass on the phone, you're going to have to pay for it. Go fuck yourself. Pay for it. I don't even have one sidekick, let alone 5 G's worth of sidekicks. Get the fuck out of here.
Side note, I have T-Mobile, but it's not by choice. Not by choice. I had Sprint. Sprint. And then T-Mobile bought them out. So T-Mobile, if you look at throw money this way, he's the one that don't like fucking T-Mobile. He's got T-Mobile heat and beef.
Yeah.
From a long time ago.
His way.
That's PSTD. I mean, PT, whatever the fuck that thing is. You know what I mean?
He wants it, not me. Right there.
Holy shit. But damn, man, you fell victim to fraud.
Yeah.
4 times. The first time,
4
not
times.
your fault. Like I said, it can happen to anybody. The second time, like, fuck, did I do it again? The third time is like, all right, come on, Todd. The 4th time, like, I give up. Fuck.
Listen, man.
Take it all. Take it. I don't deserve it. I don't know how to protect my shit.
I wanted to just like change my name because I was fucking paying my Netflix bill. And I'm looking at the invoice and I have my main bank account that I pay my shit. And then we have the joint one. So the Netflix is on my own account. So I was looking at the joint and I see a Netflix bill pending for $15.99. I'm like, wait a minute, I just paid the bill. So I call up and I explain this, and they said to me, oh, yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Gomez. Hold one moment. I said, Mr. Gomez? I said, that's not my last name.
I was like, whoa,
so
I'm not Mexican. What the fuck are you talking about? Gomez.
I was like, who the fuck is Mr. Gomez? Isn't that you? I said, no, that's not fucking me. I said, I paid the bill on my other account. So I had to give the card information. I stopped the payment, got rid of the card, got a new one issued through my bank. And then she says to me on the phone, do you want to press charges? So you know what I said to her?
What'd you do?
The bear shit in the woods? I said, yeah, I want to press fucking charges. Oh, there's no reason for that profanity. I said, well, don't ask me a fucking stupid question. You know? What the fuck, man?
Did you get to see this arrest, though?
What? No, I didn't get to see it.
Fuck.
But the police, the one for the T-Mobile, they contacted me and they had him. They got him. You know,
they got him.
Got out shortly after that, but you know.
Did you get your money back?
Oh yeah, everything got wiped out. Yeah,
got taken care of.
I didn't lose any money with the T-Mobile deal. They just had to clear out the balance to zero because I paid the regular bill like 2 days prior.
Oh, I bet you the dude in the call center that got that call was like, man, they didn't teach me this shit in training. I don't know how $5,000 I got to back out for what? Miscellaneous reasons? Oh, they gonna write his ass up.
I think the guy at the store gave the guy my password or some shit because that's the only way he could have gotten in.
Yeah.
I reported that dude at the office too. So fuck that shit.
You got to see one because you knew the guy was stupid enough to change the profile and put his address.
I mean, how
so
dumb
you got
are
to see them lock him up in front of you. You witnessed that.
Well, when I went to the precinct, they called me saying that they went there to the home and they retrieved all the sidekicks, and then they gave me paperwork to prove it. And when I called T-Mobile, I faxed it over to them, and that's when they got rid of my bill.
I thought you were there in the house.
No, I wasn't there.
Like you told the cops, listen, motherfuckers, if you don't take care of this, I'm going down there right now. I went to the station. And they were like, no, we got to stop Todd. So they fought. They gave you like a police escort to the dude's house. You kicked the door open, like, motherfucker, you stole my shit. And the cops were like, yeah. And then they fucking
no, man.
And they're like, yeah, lock his ass up. And they fucking take him. They throw him down. They throw a couple of kicks because it's New York. They beat him a little bit with a phone book. And they're like,
elbow.
Yeah, they drop a couple of people's elbows because you're a big wrestling fan. And then they're like, all
Throw
right,
them
Todd.
clothesline, have some flashbacks.
Right. Then they just show you like, take them away, lock them up, and throw away the key.
Give 'em one last boot, you know, five count chokehold.
I
Okay,
thought
you
you
can
were
take 'em
there.
away.
I thought you fucking saw that like you guys went there
No,
on a
I wish
mission.
I did,
Ah,
bro. But I
fuck,
know
man.
they took care of business.
The way
which
you
was
tell the
good.
story is so realistic in my head.
Yeah, well, because you know how crazy I am, so you're thinking shit that's not there. But unfortunately, no elbows were dropped by Brooklyn Zone. But I don't know what the cops did, but I didn't get no redemption physically speaking. Thank God, financially speaking, I did.
Good. Well, shout out to you. Please let me know if you go 5 times because that's gonna be fucking hysterical.
No, I'm done, man. I check my transactions like a fucking hawk. So you know.
Holy shit, man. So, what'd you do this weekend? We haven't spoken since last week. What would you do over the weekend?
Well, you know, besides the whole thing with the drug test, then I had to fill out a bunch of fucking paperwork with the job, criminal background check, you know, past jobs and all that other shit.
Mhm.
So they sent back the email. So I'm looking at it. So I thought of Rocky Balboa in the second Rocky movie when he's looking for work. And they said, well, Mr. Balboa, have you ever had any felonies, any criminal charges? Nothing worth bragging about. And when I looked at the fucking thing, everything came up clean. And all I'm thinking about is, hey, yo, nothing worth bragging about. I thought of that scene in the Rocky movie. I was just laughing to myself. But it all came back cool, you know. And I didn't do much this weekend. I was just hanging out. But like my wife and my daughter, every 5 minutes, they were worried about me. How you feeling? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I feel it in my hands. I'm good. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. And, you know, it was funny because I had that shot. I went home like a fat fuck. I got a big Subway Hero. I'm drinking my soda, eating a sandwich. And she's like, yeah, you'll feel it later. I'm like, you sound like you want me to get
Just in case
something.
the vaccination gets hungry, you take that sandwich with you. Stay strong.
Yeah, that's right, man.
motherfucker,
And
till you get
the
that
girl
booster.
gives me the shot right on the nose of my fucking 316 skull, man. But
Right, I
it was
saw
kinda-
that.
Yeah, it was kind of fucking funny. I'll be
Are
honest.
you
with
sure that wasn't last week's Mr. Dartman with the leather jacket throwing those fucking
No,
nice
that
precision
wasn't him, man.
darts?
Bro, I hit the bullseye. I fucking won. I pointed that motherfucker, and he just looked over. He's like, "Yeah, you don't play." I'm like,
He
"Bro,
pulls out the needle. He's like, "Trust me, I'm in a dart league."
I'm a pro. And when I'm not playing darts, I'm thinking darts."
They didn't fuck up your tattoo though, right? Everything's good.
No, everything's cool,
You didn't
man.
get like a
It's
deformed
still-
forehead now.
Yeah, she's still there, man.
All right, there
it's
you
all
go.
good. It's all good.
I wasn't sure if that was a skull. The first time I saw it, I thought it was like a dog. I thought, but without the ears, I couldn't tell. Does it have a goatee?
No, it just has a skull with the glasses.
Oh, maybe it was the glasses. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I see it. It could still be like a zombie dog. Look at this guy flexing. This is the wrong show.
I'm sorry, brother.
The Fonz. It's the Fonz in you, man.
Hey,
Now
listen,
the podcast
man,
just jumped the shark. Good job.
yeah, that's where they got the jumping the shark. They got that from Happy Days.
Yeah, I
Jumping
know.
the shark.
The absolute worst episode ever.
Yeah,
Hey, it happens.
that's when you know that reality and fantasy has definitely crossed paths in the wrong sense of the word.
exactly right.
But what'd you do this past weekend?
Nothing worth remembering. Well, I had some family stop by. My goddaughter. I haven't seen my goddaughter in a year. So she was asking about us, and we're like, "Well, just stop by. You know, I haven't seen you in so long. We're vaccinated, so we're good." So we have a little. They're working on my pool now. We're building a pool in the back of my house, but we have a community pool. So we're like, "Fuck it, we'll take some shit. We'll hang out over there, so that we don't have to be indoors." The fucked up thing is though, I don't understand why. And trust me, I love my family and all, but I don't understand why when people come over, their kids come to me like, let's go play. I'm like, am I a fucking giant teenager? Like I'm there and then I get stuck babysitting all the kids. So I'm in the pool and like,
Entertain me.
Let's wrestle. Let's do this. And I'm like, oh, look, suplex off the fucking side of the pool. And I'm like, why do I guess? So the adults are sitting down and having adult beverages, adult
Adult time,
conversation.
adult beverages, and you're
The
fucking
shit that
play
I
school
wanna have.
101.
Okay, and now I'm stuck playing with the fucking kids. Like I don't, dude. Oh, you don't understand how that makes me feel, man. I'm
Sure,
the
I said, hey,
designated fucking man child.
It's so funny. You said I was just about to say, since when was I the designated asshole? What's going on over there? What the fuck?
Oh man. And then dude, you know what's
Unbelievable.
worse? You know what's worse is that when they come, when everything's done and we leave the pool and everybody comes back to the house,
Right.
the kids still want to follow me around, but then they get distracted because I try to decorate my house with some modern shit, some cool stuff. Like I have my loft area, which is like my movie room. My we got a big screen TV there, but I decorated it with all my movie memorabilia, my fucking 400 Blu-rays and all that other shit, and
Nice.
movie
Nice.
posters and all this other shit, right? So the kids come up, and when they come upstairs, they're like, what the fuck is this room? And they see action
Right.
figures and NECA dolls, and I'm like, you don't touch my motherfucking collectibles, you little piece of shit. Oh, fucking, like, those are worth a lot. That nobody plays with them. Like, they don't move. Leave them the fuck alone. Like, that's worth a lot. Just please get the fuck away from the collectibles.
No touchy. No touchy. Yeah.
I gotta baby proof my fucking house every time guests come over with kids.
It happened to me one time. I know exactly what you mean.
Dude, it kills me. What's your experience like?
How would you feel? And don't ask me why I started. When I was a kid, when I used to visit my dad in the summertime, we used to always build models. That was like the father-son bonding time.
Okay.
Like on the weekends, if it was nasty out, we had no plans.
Mhm.
We grab a big model, spray paint. You know, we had the whole basement.
Yeah.
And we spend the day building the model. You know, little laughs here and there. So when I started building my man cave, I said maybe I'll start building models in my spare time.
Mhm.
I'll put up a fucking thing of them, a showcase glass, whatever. So the cart's way ahead of the horse. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
I know for a fact after the first model, I'm gonna say, fuck this shit. I got no time for this. But I spent time. I used to have a 1980 Corvette. It
Mhm.
was a beautiful car. I had it painted candy apple red. The car was beautiful.
Holy
So I
shit.
bought a 1979 model vet, but you can make it look like an 80, you know, with the spoiler and just, you know, paint it, whatever. So, bro, I spent maybe 3 or 4 months doing this model. And I spent all the time in the world detailing it, painting it, going over the motor, the engine, like detailing all kinds of shit in my spare time. I tinted the windows. I kind of jacked it up a little bit. I
That's
made it
pretty
look
cool.
just like my car. I made it look perfect. So I finally put it up on display. So about another month goes by. We had company over, like the way you had your company.
Mhm.
So my company came over, and one of their kids came downstairs. You know, I was with a couple of the guys. I was showing them, you know, the man cave, showing them my replica titles, my arcade games, all my shit. So the model car was up on the stand. So the kid, he grabs it, and he's like, just looking. I'm like, I'm like about to shit myself. I'm like this. No. It's not a toy. And he just took it like this. He's looking at it. He's holding it, and he went like this. And he fucking snapped it in half.
The kid, oh my god,
Bro, the
I'm
fucking
like, yo,
smoke
where's your
coming out of my
parents? 'Cause I'm gonna
ears.
fuck you up right now.
My
I'm
face was red like
hurry.
your background and your mic.
Better run.
And all I did was I hit the button to the garage door. I walked out, left everybody in my garage, closed the door, and just walked up the block. Because if I didn't do that, I think I would have murdered everybody. Do you know how fucking steamed
Wait,
I was?
What happened to the kid? What did you tell the
Well-
kid? You had to
well, no.
fuck that kid up somehow. You're a wrestler,
the
Todd.
father-
Give him
the
an
father saw
one
it.
of those. Come on.
Bro, like I said, that's why I opened the garage door and I got the fuck
No,
out of it.
he got away with it. You
No,
let
no,
that
no.
motherfucker get away
The
with it.
father took care of it. I think he yelled at him, maybe gave him a crack on the ass or whatever
That's
happened.
it? No, dude, he
But-
broke your fucking mouth.
But my
How long
fucking
did it
model
take you to
car,
build that model? That
it turned
little
into a fucking
motherfucker.
jigsaw
Do you know that
puzzle.
kid now? How long? That was a while ago? How
What
long
is
ago
this,
was
years
that?
ago?
Oh, but is that kid on Facebook? Let's fucking stalk that kid. Let's
No,
fucking.
I don't think he's that old yet.
You were
I'm
thinking about it
watching
for a
you.
minute. For a minute, you were like, "Yeah, let's go get that motherfucker." Now he's
Like
legal.
one of those,
Fuck him up.
you know? Nah, man. All I know is when he held the car, I thought he was about to put it down, and he had it from the front end to the back end, and he fucking snapped it. I just stood there like this. That did not just fucking happen, bro. It took every fiber of my being to open that fucking door and just get the hell out of Dodge.
Mm-mm.
I left my own house. I walked around the corner, and everybody's like, "Oh, where's Todd? Where's Todd?" And I don't know what the guys. He probably said, "Well, I think he left so he wouldn't murder my son."
He
So,
broke
you know.
it. I want to kill him. I want to kill that.
So then later on, when everybody
motherfucker.
leaves, my wife says to me, "So, you know, you show him the house, you show him the downstairs." And I got my car in a million pieces. I'm like, yep, I showed my model car, or should I call it cars? Because now it's like fucking like plural.
Right.
There's like a million
This is the
parts
kid's
everywhere.
parents.
Yeah, they were up there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, your son left the toy that I gave him. He destroyed it. Take
Yeah,
good care of
you
it.
can
It
have it
worked a
now,
lot.
man. It's a fucking jigsaw puzzle.
Only
Knock
took me
yourself
6
out.
months to fucking put together, but then that little fucking thing that you should have aborted did this
I have it
to
somewhere.
my thing. You fuckers, stick them back up to
I
your
got it
sweat
somewhere in the
socks. Let them
house.
cook a little more.
It's a sad reminder, dude.
Oh,
But
fuck that kid. What's that kid's name?
I won't say his name. I'll defend the child.
You're a better
my
dude
luck
than
is-
I am, because I'll be fucking putting him on blast right here, like you motherfucker.
You know, it's funny you mention that because I got a buddy of mine from back in the days in Brooklyn. He lives in Queens now. So he's one of the nicest, quietest guys in the world. And he had this fucking post on Facebook today saying, yo, motherfucker, you know where to find me. You know where I am. I'm going to fucking signal your ass out. Fuck you and all this shit. So now all of our old buddies were saying, hey, bro, what's going on?
That was
We're
his
ready.
Facebook
We got
post?
you back.
Like
And he's like, some asshole in Queens. He was calling me out on some bullshit. So I'm calling him out on Facebook. And I'm laughing at myself,
on Facebook.
saying, you're calling him out on Facebook. You're a grown fucking man. What are you doing?
Like, what you say? What, motherfucker?
I feel like
what?
telling him, bro.
Talking that shit? You talking that
Go
shit?
to his
Oh,
fucking house.
where's my
and kick his
fucking
ass.
phone? You wait
That's
right there.
man.
Stand right there.
I'm gonna
posting
blow your
about
ass
you,
up on fucking
motherfucker.
Twitter, Facebook, you name
This
it. I'm
shit right
doing
here,
it.
this is about you. Send,
Right.
post,
Right there.
done, tweet,
Right there.
out there.
See it? See it, motherfucker? But all joking aside, he's a great dude, man. And I felt bad for him because for him to get that irate, something bad had to happen, man, because he never like gets pissed like that.
Yeah. Dude, but that's funny though, because the first thing he said is like, normally my first thing is, I'm gonna punch this motherfucker in the face. And then his
Right.
first thing was, I'm gonna go put him on blast on Facebook. Hold on. So
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
people
there
handle
must
things
be some
differently these
angry
days.
fucking thumb typing, man. Because
Yeah, man.
if I'm that angry, I'm gonna break the screen while I'm texting. So
Holy
you better just go
shit.
into the house and cracking some skulls. I mean,
They do like drive-by texting, like, motherfucker, you ain't got it now, blah, 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 emoji.
you cut me off, you fuck.
emoji.
I saw that.
Yeah. Hashtag, you ain't got shit on me. Hashtag, holla if
And
you
you know
hear
what the
me.
best part is?
Fuck up.
Like in the 70s, the 80s, the old rotary phones, right? You're on the phone. Yeah, well, you can go fuck yourself, motherfucker. And you slam that shit down hard. Now today, oh yeah, fuck you.
How much easier is that, dude? We used to break our own phone. I'm mad at you, and
None
I'm
of
there
that shit.
smashing my telephone, and I'm like,
now you just do one of
fuck,
these.
now I can't call anybody.
Little finger, the finger poke of doom. You know?
Right, exactly. Oh, that's what the people at the casino were doing to you every time you go, like, fuck, it's Todd again.
That's right. If nobody knows what the finger poke of doom is, that's when Jeff Jarrett poked Hulk
He
Hogan
wants
and he
more
got the three
free
count.
shit.
But anyway.
He wants a weekend because he only stays in the room to watch Raw. I can't do that. We need that rope. Boop.
I got to get even first. Let me tap my phone and get even with this motherfucker. Hold on. Okay, I showed him.
Oh
But
my
bro,
God.
I'll tell you, man. Earlier tonight, I don't know what's going on with car dealerships, but when I used to lease a vehicle, I always lease vehicles in Jersey. You know, I'm in New York,
Yeah.
Brooklyn to Staten Island, now in Staten, Italy. But when you go to Jersey, they give you those paper Jersey plates, so like a temporary month plate until you get your New York, the
Mhm.
registration, the temporary inspection, all that shit. I took my daughter like 2.5 months ago to get her car. So she got a brand new 21 Hyundai Elantra, beautiful car. It's gorgeous.
Oh, nice.
So a month goes by, I don't get the full-time plates. So I call up and they say, you're gonna have to come in to get another temporary plate. So I go in to get a second temporary plate. So I drove my truck. I went there because she's at work with her car. So I get there and the guy looks at me and he says, I need the old paper plate before I can give you the new one. I'm like, no, you don't. I've done this for years. If I need another plate, you just give me the plate. Well, I can't do that. I said, listen, this is how it's going to go. I came from Staten Island. I drove over the bridge. I came over here. If you think I'm going to go back all the way home, get the paper plate that's garbage to begin with, and then drive all the way back, you're smoking something funny. I said, let me just get the paper plate. So he gives it to me. So now I got the old one and the new one. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to need them both back. I'm like, okay, whatever. I don't think to myself, he ain't getting them back. I'm going to fucking shred them when I get the new plates, and that'll be that. So finally today, the guy calls me up saying, oh, we have the plates. You can come in.
Mhm.
So as I'm driving to go pick them up, now for people who don't know, like New York to Jersey, I know you do, I'm on Route 9 heading to Woodbridge.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm in this 2-lane road, and the left lane is for faster speeds, and the right lane, people who want to do the speed limit, maybe a little slower, whatever.
Right.
There's a car in the left lane right in front of me, and I'm almost riding the bumper. And I think it's like 30 miles per hour. She's barely doing 20. Now I can't get over to the right lane because all the cars are fucking whizzing past me because they're pissed off like I am. So I'm trying to get over. So now it's about 5 to 10 minutes battling to get into that right lane. So I finally get to the right lane, but I can't let this go. I get into the right lane, but I have to look now to see who the fuck the moron is that made me wait forever. And I'm hot by this point. So as I'm passing this moron, I do the quick look as I'm driving. Now, not only is she's not looking down texting like the normal jerk off. She's on a little phone, look like a flip phone. I couldn't tell, but she's on the phone like this talking, but she's not just talking on the phone. She's that type of person that has to point at the phone and yell at the phone like the person who she's talking to is there. So all I see is this. And like just point at the phone. So I'm like this, and I'm about to say, you fucking asshole. But as I looked at it, I said, you know what? This fucking broad's got enough problems already. She's having a full fucking curse out match with a phone, pointing at it and like scolding it, like what to do. And meanwhile, you're talking to a phone, dude, not a fucking kid. And I finally just looked, I fucking gunned it in that right lane, cut her off, and I just kept on going. But
shit,
thank God I got the shit. I got home at a good time. But people, man, it's like usually they're looking down at their phones, but this was a whole new fucking crazy experience. She's yelling at the phone and pointing at it, like scolding the phone, like giving it a timeout.
Like, I'm not even listening to what you're saying because what I'm saying is more important.
And she was barely doing like 10, 15 miles an hour. Fucking pull over. You can have a full conversation on the side of the road with your phone and drop an elbow on it, kick it, stomp it, do whatever you got to do. But don't fucking hold me up, man. I want to get home fucking before the night's over. I want to have my dinner.
Did you give her a look? Did you give her like, hey, what the fuck, lady? Come on, get off your fucking phone.
I was all fucking cool.
Listen, I still got New York in me.
Because
that's how I drive here in Tampa. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You not watching? You blind? The fuck is wrong? You move your fucking car. Who taught you to drive, asshole? Get out of here.
I was in a good mood before that happened. I'm listening to music. I'm doing, got my jam on. And as I'm looking, I'm like so fucking aggravated. I'm looking, I'm like, see what you fucking did? Look how fucking pissed I am. Fucking smoke coming out of my ears. But then when I seen her yelling at the phone, I went like this, bro. Like, get it.
I mean, here's a question. What if you would have pulled up and you're like, I'm going to cut a promo on this mother. Let me get up there. And you pull up and it's the scariest motherfucker you ever seen in your life. Like, what's the problem? You want to say something to me? And you're like,
well,
have a nice day.
We'll pick this up next time. No, because now you're stuck, man. Now you got to fucking walk the walk.
I just wanted to see. I thought I knew you. I was running up. You were going so fast. I just was trying to catch up to you because I thought you were somebody familiar. It's not you though. All right,
one of those. Oh, I thought I knew you, but I didn't. Yeah. That happened to me actually a few weeks ago, man. I took my mother. No arguing. It was worse. I took my mother to the doctor, right? And I go out to the parking lot because I don't want to stay in there with all the germs and all the shit. So I see a lady on her cell phone talking. And the way she was moving and the way she looked just like my wife's good friend. So I thought it was her. So I'm about to walk over to her. As I'm walking over to her, I was about to say, hey, how you doing? So I kind of was like a half like hello. And the dude in the car looks at me like the death look because I guess it was his wife. And I stopped. I said, folks, I'm sorry. I looked at the lady. I said, ma'am, I'm sorry. I thought you were my wife's friend. I apologize. And the guy's like looking at me like, what the fuck, dude? So I looked. I said, sorry.
Checking on my lady. The fuck?
I'm trying so hard not to laugh because the guy was steamed. She was like, "Oh, it's okay." He's like in the car, like, "Who the fuck is this?"
Who's
I guess he don't trust
him,
his
Marilyn?
wife or whatever.
Hey, Marilyn, who's this guy? Who the fuck is this guy? I'm gonna fucking beat you when we get home. Who the fuck is that guy you talking to over there?
Who's the guy with the Sam Elliott mustache?
Is that the guy from Star is Born? Is that the fucking guy? Huh? Isn't that the guy? All right, bring him.
That the one you were talking to yesterday? I'm telling you, I was talking to the pharmacist.
I don't know what you're talking about, Bobby. I know
exactly.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah,
what are
he was just like this, like.
And I know. Like, I guess we got to put a disclaimer. Domestic violence is bad. Don't do it. Don't do that. Right. We're just saying this shit really happens at home. That's
right.
Every 5 seconds, that's happening somewhere. Especially
I hope he didn't do anything for her troubles. Because,
right. I don't know the statistics. Just don't fucking do it. That's all I'm saying.
I was nice. I sincerely apologized. I said, I'm so sorry. I thought you were somebody else.
That's
and
fucked up.
Like, no problem. And he's just like,
I
was like, wow.
Dude, that's fucking like I just had to say a promo now that is problematic. Like if a dude goes home and beats his wife, but if a woman goes home and beats her husband, that's girl power. What the fuck is that about? Like, that's right, girl. You don't take that shit. You fuck him up. Get the hardest thing you beat his ass with. Fuck his ass up. That's right. And then you take half his shit. Like, what? Yeah, man, that's what they do. And I'm like, what the yo?
And you just
if the roles were reversed.
Okay.
I gotta go to fucking classes. I get probation for 7 years. I'm like, what the fuck? Again, don't beat on anybody. I'm just saying it is a little hypocritical.
Facts are facts, but when you're a dude, man, you got 2 strikes against you already.
Yeah, you're already fucked. Especially when it's against a woman. Don't matter who she is.
Right.
Don't matter.
But man, she was nice about it. She goes, "Oh no, it's okay." And like I said, bro, he's just like looking at me, and I'm like, "Sorry," I just walked away. I was laughing. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. But I get that a lot, man. I mean, one time I was coming home on the train, and actually it happened twice in a week. I'm on the train years ago, just standing. You okay over there, bro? What's the matter?
You know what it was, man? I'm sorry. It's just I'm getting a little itchy. The grow is starting to come out in my beard.
Oh, okay.
And I'm looking at them like, God damn, it is coming out. But then I remember I was watching last week's episode, and I had a beard, but I had just freshly like trimmed it down. So I got like the Razor Ramon stubble, and I was like, what the fuck? I look like Babyface Nelson over here, like the fat baby boss or whatever they call it. And I'm like, oh shit, I really need to grow it back. But I had it the whole time, and now I have it, and I'm itching like a motherfucker. It's like a 70.
I shaved earlier.
Attached to my face. I got like Vanessa Del Rio's and Christy Canyon's pussy right here, just growing off of my face. But anyway, but you were saying, what were you saying?
Free mustache rides.
That's it, man. Chasey Lane is right here in the mustache area.
Basically, I'm on a train. And now keep in mind, this is about a good 15, 20 years ago. I was all brown at the time, not the gray.
I remember those
I'm on
days.
the train hanging out, and this brother's looking at me, and he kept on staring, and he's smiling. And I'm like, the fuck's this guy smiling at? So finally I got annoyed, but I didn't want to start a fight, you know? Plus it looked like, he may have been able to hold his own in a fight, so I didn't want to like get into a brawl. So I said, hey, can I help you? He says, man, I apologize for staring, but are you one of the Baldwin brothers?
The Baldwin Brothers?
I looked at him. I said, no. He goes, come
on,
they
man. Asked you that?
Yes, if I was a Baldwin brother. So I felt like saying, what, man? All of us white boys look alike? What the fuck? And he said, no, man. He goes, you look like Alec or one of them brothers. And I said, nah, man, I'm not. I swear to God. And then 2 weeks later, a lady approached me, and she asked me the same fucking question.
Oh my God. Like, you're one of the Baldwin. So wait a minute. Alec Baldwin, everybody knows. There's Billy Baldwin. There's Stephen Baldwin. And then there's
Todd Baldwin.
Which one?
Todd
Baldwin. Yeah, right. It's Todd Baldwin. You should have done that when you arrested instead of doing Todd Travolta when you were working at Johnny Rod's school trying to be arrested.
Well, this happened well after it.
Oh, after that. You should be like, oh,
that would have been a great gimmick,
I changed my name to my government name. I'm a Baldwin.
But then I'll one up that.
Hey, motherfucker, you know I'm a brother.
Exactly. You know you're a Baldwin bitch. But I will fucking one up that, bro. When my younger daughter was a kid, I had to go on the parent-teacher, trip. My wife was working, and I took off. So we went to the Brooklyn Aquarium. Now, this is in the mid-'90s, okay? Early 90s, actually. So I got my Yankee jacket on and a Yankee hat.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sitting there with my kid enjoying the show. And all of a sudden, this guy's like looking at me really hard stare.
Yeah.
And I'm like looking at him, and I'm like, what's up, man? How can I help you? And he looked at me, and he says, Joe Girardi. But I was like, no. And at the time, Joe Girardi was playing for the Yankees. This is how long ago this was, bro. He was a catcher at the time. He wasn't even a manager yet. This is when he was playing.
I was gonna say
still.
You look like very frosted and weathered
So,
Joe Girardi.
hang on a second.
You're talking about like 1996 won the World Series in Jeter's rookie year.
My fucking Yankee hat on, right?
Like that. Hey, go to the
So
bullpen.
I got the Yankee hat on with the
go
jacket.
to the bullpen.
Yeah.
Come on, Joe.
But now the thing is, bro, he was not even a man. He was a ball player, bro, not even a manager. So he says, bro, I'm not going to say nothing to nobody. Can I just have your autograph? And I looked at him and I said, you all right, dude? I said, I'm not fucking Joe Girardi. And my kid's looking at me and he's like, She's like, what's the matter? I said, nothing. Don't worry about it. And I'm getting fucking mad, but I can't say nothing. I'm with my kid. And the whole fucking time we're there, he's just like amazed that he's sitting with Joe Girardi, which I'm not fucking Joe Girardi. Yeah. That's how he was. He's like, yo, it's okay.
Joe Girardi. Shh, keep it low. Don't tell nobody. That's Joe Girardi.
Fuck, I'm not Joe Girardi.
There he is. There he is.
I'm not Joe. No, I'm Brooklyn's own Toddy D, baby. Brooklyn's own, man. Brooklyn's own. I'm not fucking Joe Girardi. Oh, fuck out of here.
That's fucking funny,
Give
bro.
me a fucking break, man. Did you ever get mistaken for somebody?
Yeah, when I was working for WCW, do you know how many autographs I gave and how many fucking photos I took as Chavo Guerrero?
Holy shit!
Like,
I never really put it together.
Yeah, what's up?
You go like
Come
this?
on, you want? Yeah, you want Polaroid? Sure. Hey,
$20.
who do I make this out to?
I'll sign a Chavito.
To my good friend Todd Baldwin.
Todd Baldwin. That's right. Or Todd Girardi, baby.
Todd Girardi.
Oh, Chavo has left the building. And Chavito is back. Orre Fato, where you going, loco? This is getting crazy, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, this has gone to a whole different scale. Holy shit, man.
Oh my God, dude, you can't
now
top
this
that.
Sunday. Where's my props? Where's my gimmicks? This Sunday, baby, Money in the Bank.
What the fuck is this?
Got the fucking briefcase. I'm gonna cash that fucker in, bitch.
Where the fuck did you get that? What pay-per-view did you win that at? What is this?
And then for shit, kicks, and giggles, Word Life, baby.
Holy shit.
Steelers in the house.
It's
Word
Flavor
fucking Life.
Toddy.
Cena got nothing on me, bitch.
Toddy Todd.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, not John Cena. I was talking Flavor Flav.
Gonna cash it in, baby.
Yo, who did you defeat in a ladder match to win that briefcase?
I didn't defeat nobody. We paid WWE.com for the gimmick.
Holy shit. So, all right. In the Toddy D house, have you ever been wanting something so bad from your wife? And she's like, no, Todd, no, Todd, no, Todd, leave me alone, Todd. You're like, whoa, stay, wait. Right there, be right back. You run to the garage, you come back. I'm cashing it in. I'm cashing money into the bank.
That's right. It's my contract, the one-time
Get
contract.
back and get in the bedroom. Come on. I'm cashing it in. We're going to do some freaky shit right now.
I'm going to get the DeLorean.
The
Episode
funny
4,
thing
everybody.
is,
You got to watch it.
You're going to have a fucking briefcase to catch in once a week because you're going to be like, I'm cashing it in. You got to do the dishes tonight. Here you go.
You know, it's funny. I should use it for that because we got a system. It's so funny you mentioned that too, because after dinner, right, we got the system. You know, one person will put the food away in the fridge for the leftovers. The other one is, you know, getting the dishwasher loaded, washing the pots and pans, while the other one, you know, cleans the table, you know, whatever. So not tonight, but last night, she looked at me, you know, Steph looks at me, my wife, and she says, you want to do the pots and pans tonight? I'm like, not really. She said, well, you're fucking doing them. It's your turn.
It's a trick
Now,
question. I mean, you know the answer,
I'm
right?
say, I'm cashing
No,
in.
I
I'm
don't
not
want to.
fucking doing them, man. Money in the bank, baby. No
That
fucking
is when the
Toddy
briefcase
D.
comes out.
With Todd Baldwin, Todd Girardi, you name it, whoever you want to call me, I'm cashing this puppy in.
You need to go fucking renew your fucking wedding vows and add some new things to the contract so that way when you
Todd
cash
Girardi,
in,
do you take
yeah, on Sundays when I'm watching the Steelers, you need to fuck off. Leave me alone. But bring me some pizza and chicken wings.
no plans once a month when it's pay-per-view time?
Every Sunday you're cashing it in.
No plans
There
during football
is.
season.
Toddy Baldwin runs to the ring. He's got the money in the bank briefcase.
Todd Travolta. Oh, come on.
You need a
Sandy, I
referee,
knew that
though.
You could.
Who's your referee?
Christopher Walken?
No.
Outstanding, really. I have to say, being a referee for the WWE has to be the best. I don't understand how Todd looks like a Baldwin. He looks more like himself. I just don't understand.
Give me,
Stupidity, really.
Give me Christopher Walken fucking announcing you cashing in the money in the bank on Stephanie.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's come to my understanding that Todd Brooklyn's own Toddy D is cashing in the money in the bank, and his wife, whether she likes it or not, it's going to happen. So get ready for the money in the bank with Brooklyn's own Toddy D.
Yo, Stephanie's going to watch this podcast back later. She'll look at you on the sofa like this. Is that what I sound like, Todd? So that's what I fucking sound like?
You know, I was on your side
that's
until now.
There. Let me tell you something. She goes out to the fucking basement, takes a baseball bat to your laptop. Bang!
I'll give you money in the bank. Boof, right across the fucking head. Take a chair shot in my sleep. She'll be like, you know what, motherfucker? I was on board with you two idiots until now. Now you're on your own.
Yeah, dude. And the funny thing is, my wife does the same thing. I'm like, there was humor in that. That was Christopher Walken doing play-by-play for Monday Night Raw. Todd was the main event, cashing it in. You don't see the humor? So that's what I sound like? That's what you think. When I open my mouth, that's what you hear?
Really.
That's what it is, huh? That's what I sound like?
It's just a joke. chill. But you know I love you.
Yeah, right. Like, oh fuck, man. I gotta go.
Hey, you told me to cut the promos, Christopher Walken, so I gave it to you, man. I hope you liked it.
Yeah, you gotta know when to cash that thing in at the right time. Like, you treat life like a wrestling match. One day you'll be doing the job.
Money in the bank.
Yo, man. There's so much shit going on. We can't get to it all in 1 week. There's so much more that we got to do. But yeah, for anybody out there that's actually watching this podcast, I want to give you a shout out. Thank you for giving us the support. Tell your friends, hit the like button, subscribe, share, do all that shit. Look for us on social media. Toddy D, what you got to say?
I got to say that, you know, I'm on social media at Toddy D Comedy. At Derek Gordon, man, you got your Twitter page. I also got my Toddy D Wrestling page, but we're here for the Brooklyn podcast, Escape from Brooklyn. It's catching on. I'm telling you now, you know, those two dudes I mentioned last time, Sebastian and Pete, I think they gave us a shout out without giving us a shout out, if you know what I'm saying. They kind of like, I think, ragged and dissed on the backdrop saying that they don't need it. Well, I got news for you boys. We don't need it either. We just like a little bling. I think we're just as funny, if not even funnier, but hey, time will tell. I'm hoping that everybody checks out Escape from Brooklyn.
Shots fired.
These are shots are fired. The two Goombas just reliving some glory days in Brooklyn, talking about some new days. And hopefully over time.
Professional comedians. They have Netflix specials. They will ruin us.
Hey, call me. I'm available.
All the shots by himself.
And if Christopher Walken heard me out there, I have to say, Chris, really, I can revitalize your career. Give me a call. That'd be great. But that's all for me on Brooklyn's own Toddy D. If you got anything else, my man, wrap it up. Take us home.
Like you said, Toddy D DieHard Derek is Escape from Brooklyn, episode 5. R.I.P. Mr. Wonderful Football.